Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The act of motivating, providing incentive. The psychological feature that arouses an organism to action toward a desired goal. The reason for the action. That which gives purpose and direction to behavior. We did not understand his motivation. The condition of being motivated. His motivation was at a high level. The act of motivating, providing incentive. Impelling to action. Motivating arguments. The psychological feature that arouses an organism to action toward a desired goal. The reason for the action. That which gives purpose and direction to behavior. He acted with the best of motives. A theme that is repeated or elaborated in a piece of music. Impelling to action. Motive please. Causing or able to cause motion. A motive force. A design or figure that consists of recurring shapes or colors, as in architecture or decoration. Have need of. Anything that is necessary but lacking. He had sufficient means to meet his simple needs. The psychological feature that arouses an organism to action toward a desired goal. The reason for the action. That which gives purpose and direction to behavior. Require is useful, just, or proper. A state of extreme poverty or destitution. A general state of need exists among the homeless. A condition requiring relief. She satisfied his need for affection. Pretend to have certain qualities or state of mind. He acted the idiot. Behave unnaturally or affectedly. She's just acting. Something that people do or cause to happen. A legal document codifying the result of deliberations of a committee or society or legislative body. Perform an action, or work out or perform an action. Think before you act. A short performance that is part of a longer program. He did his act 3 times every evening. Perform on a stage or theater. She acts in this play. Have an effect or outcome, often the one desired or expected. How does your idea work in practice? Behave in a certain manner. Show a certain behavior. Conduct or comport oneself. You should act like an adult. Play a role or part. She wants to act Lady Macbeth, but she is too young for the role. A manifestation of insincerity. He put on quite an act for her benefit. A subdivision of a play or opera or ballet. Be engaged in an activity, often for no particular purpose other than pleasure. Be suitable for theatrical performance. This scene acts well. Discharge one's duties. She acts as the chair. Something that people do or cause to happen. A legal document signed and sealed and delivered to effect a transfer of property and to show the legal right to possess it. He signed the deed. Something that people do or cause to happen. Something that people do or cause to happen. A feature of the mental life of a living organism. The procedure that is varied in order to estimate a variable's effect by comparison with a control condition. Develop a child's or animal's behavior by instruction and practice, especially to teach self-control. specify as a condition or requirement in a contract or agreement, make an express demand or provision in an agreement. The state of good health, especially in the phrases in condition, or in shape, or out of condition, or out of shape. A state at a particular time. A condition, or state, of disrepair. Usually plural, a statement of what is required as part of an agreement. The contract set out the conditions of the lease. An assumption on which rests the validity or effect of something else. Information that should be kept in mind when making a decision. A mode of being or form of existence of a person or thing. The human condition. An illness, disease, or other medical problem. A heart condition. Apply conditioner to in order to make smooth and shiny. I condition my hair after washing it. Establish a conditioned response. Put into a better state. He conditions old cars. A state at a particular time. The current status of the arms negotiations. The relative position or standing of things or especially persons in a society. He had the status of a minor. Motivation based on ideas of right and wrong. Concern with the distinction between good and evil or right and wrong, right or good conduct. Motivation based on ideas of right and wrong. An actuating force or factor. A motive that can be defended by reasoning or logical argument. An instinctive motive. Force or impel in an indicated direction. I urged him to finish his studies. Push for something. Spur on or encourage, especially by cheers and shouts. A strong restless desire. Why this urge to travel? Motivation based on ideas of right and wrong. The philosophical study of moral values and rules. Motivation based on ideas of right and wrong. The electrical discharge that travels along a nerve fiber. They demonstrated the transmission of impulses from the cortex to the hypothalamus. An impelling force or strength. A sudden desire. He bought it on an impulse. The act of applying force suddenly. The impulse knocked him over. An instinctive motive. Profound religious impulses. Electronics. A sharp transient wave in the normal electrical state, or a series of such transients. A motivation that is inconsistent with reason or logic. The experience of being alive, the course of human events and activities. He could no longer cope with the complexities of life. The condition of living or the state of being alive. While there's life, there's hope. An account of the series of events making up a person's life. The period during which something is functional, as between birth and death. The battery had a short life. Animation and energy in action or expression. It was a heavy play and the actors tried in vain to give life to it. A prison term lasting as long as the prisoner lives. He got life for killing the guard. A characteristic state or mode of living. Social life. A living person. His heroism saved a life. A motive for living. Pottery was his life. living things collectively. The oceans are teeming with life. The course of existence of an individual. The actions and events that occur in living. He hoped for a new life in Australia. The organic phenomenon that distinguishes living organisms from non-living ones. There is no life on the moon. The period between birth and the present time. I have known him all his life. The period from the present until death. He appointed himself emperor for life. An actuating force or factor.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.